I'm going on the spot with actor and Manchester United fan. Give it up for Will Mellor! Will, first of all, what are you up to at the moment?
I've just come back from Italy. I've been filming away in Italy, a show called Sanctuary. I was out there for about 5 months filming that. And at home with the kids, being a dad.
Brilliant. That's hard enough work.
Tell me about it. Watching United last season was hard enough work.
And but watching United at the moment is kind of all right, isn't it? I mean, since Jose Mourinho's gone, it's all going great with Olaniyi Solskjaer.
Well, I think so. I mean, it's just, he seems to have got a smiles back on the players' faces. They seem to be enjoying the football. You can see the difference in the players. And you know, you can see the fans are back on side. You know, I went to the stadium a few times when Mourinho was in charge, and it was just... It wasn't nice to be there. You know, in the football, we're playing forward again. It's the United way, and it's nice to have a bit of United blood back on the bench.
Now, why did those players not produce the same thing for Mourinho? I mean, you know, you look on it and you say to yourself, it's the same players, and they're just like, I mean, the other day against Arsenal, they were absolutely brilliant. It's just like a completely different team, but it's not, it's the same people.
Well, it's the shackles are off. I know they keep saying it, but Mourinho, I think they played within themselves because they were feared of making a mistake. I mean, I remember it was Eric Bailly was playing against, it was Brighton, and he gave him the curly finger after half an hour because he made a mistake. And I think once you do that, the players are like, I better not mess up here. So instead of playing a forward pass, which might go wrong, but it's the way you got to play football, they start playing it sideways and backwards, safety football. And so we lost our style. And I think that's what we're getting back now, finally. We're getting a bit of style back and we can see the way we want to play football again.
Did you get the full-time job, Solskjaer? Because, you know, obviously they're talking about Pochettino. There's been mentions of Zidane.
Well, I just think you've got to look at it this way. We had Louis van Gaal experience. Didn't go too well. We had Jose Mourinho experience. Won a couple of things. Yeah, did well with the Europa League. But we've tried it. I think we've got to get back to having United blood back in at Man United. It's what United are about.
Can you get in the top four? I mean...
100%, especially with Chelsea getting beat 4-0 off Bournemouth. Couple of Chelsea fans.
Well, listen, thank you very much for coming in today. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Will Mellor! Thank you very much. Today, I'm going on the spot with TV and radio presenter and Strictly Come Dancing winner, Orio. Give it up! That's a crowd. They're brilliant every week.
I love you. I love you.
Fantastic to have you here. You know what? I wanted to ask you this, right?
Yeah.
The Strictly Come Dancing thing. Once you've done that and you've won it and all the intensity of that, do you keep dancing? Have you kept it up?
No, I actually do. I do. Yeah? I'm like the boy who never let go. So so for me, the dancing never stops.
Well, you've got a real dancer at your club, you know, Jesse Lingard.
Yeah.
He likes to dance, don't he?
He knows. He knows. You know the bookers at Strictly are working on it right now.
Brilliant. Well, what do you make of them at the moment? I mean, they were having a bit of a torrid time, but since Solskjaer's come in, I mean, they've been brilliant, haven't they?
It's the thing, and I think for supporters like me, don't you dare say glory hunters, for supporters like me who have seen, you know, the transition from winning plenty, all the trophies to the post-Sir Alex Ferguson era, to now, what's really amazing is that nostalgia of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer coming in and immediately, I mean, he did it pretty quickly, but over the course of sort of the third quarter of the season, to see him transform Old Trafford and make it feel like that even if they don't end up winning anything this year, just to have that feel-good atmosphere about going back to Old Trafford, that's an incredible achievement to have done in such a short space of time. And I mean, he's just shown what you can do when you just make players feel good about themselves.
Got a big test this weekend.
Who's that?
Well, they're playing Arsenal.
Who's that?
They're playing Arsenal.
Right. What's the aggregate score so far this season?
Listen, to get into that top four, though, that's a real crunch game for both of those teams.
Yeah, it is.
Who do you think will win it?
I just feel like United have the mettle right now. You know, they seem a little bit more on an even keel. So, and that's what you need. You need stability and you need mental strength at this stage of the season. So I can't see United not winning it. As far as Arsenal, it's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day.
We'll see.
Football will be the winner, and United will also
come out. I don't
want
football to be the winner. I want Arsenal to be the winner.
I know, but you've been saying that for about 10 years, Robbie. So that's the. I'm so They said it was a banter show. It's banter, it's all fun and games, isn't it?
Listen, thank you very much for coming on today. All the best with the future. You've been doing some brilliant stuff. Keep up the good work. Get up for Orio Oduba! We've got a very, very special on the spot today. In the studio with me, I've got a football icon. Ian Wright is there. Ian Wright! Wow.
The fans, man, the fans.
What a welcome.
That's amazing.
What can I say? Crystal Palace legend,
Well,
Arsenal legend,
I'll take it.
MBE,
Yeah, I'll take those, bro. I'll take
a
all of
national treasure.
that. You think?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
National treasure. Now, listen, the FA Cup, of course, is this weekend. Lots of games going on. And FA Cup is really where you sort of announced yourself to the world, wasn't it? I mean, first of all, with Crystal Palace, that epic final and a replay, you know, and then you won it a couple of times with Arsenal as well. I mean, how good was it playing in the FA Cup for you?
Well, I've been watching the FA Cup since I was like 7 or 8. I think my first one would have been Chelsea and Leeds, and I think they had to have the replay at Man United, and Chelsea won it. And I've been watching the FA Cup since then. It was the game. It was the end of the season game. It was always sunny. It was Wembley. It was the dream to kind of get to play at Wembley, or, you know, play in the FA Cup, but to play in the final. And, you know, I broke my leg twice that season as well when we got there with Palace. And I say to people, and I genuinely believe, I genuinely mean it, that if we could have won that with Palace, it would have been my biggest achievement, simply because of getting to Palace like I did, giving me the opportunity they gave me, to then get to the FA Cup final against someone like Man United and beat them. It was like 7 minutes, man. It's very, very hard to take. And I always, whenever I go on television, I always blame Gary O'Reilly and Nigel Martin every time. They always pull. Every time I had to hide from Nigel Martin one time because he saw me. But like, it's very difficult to take 7 minutes to win the FA Cup with Palace. That would have been a magnificent ending to a brilliant time I had there.
And the FA Cup's been very special for you. What do you make of it nowadays? I mean, has it lost a bit of its sparkle, a bit of its magic? Because like you said, it used to be the showpiece game. Everybody went to Wembley. Now you can go to Wembley every week. Tottenham are there every week, aren't they?
I know. The FA Cup will always... the fans make the FA Cup. The magic is moments with the FA Cup. It's not every single time, but you get moments in the FA Cup where the magic will come out, and that is what they can never take away from the FA Cup. I don't care what happens with the Premier League and the Champions League, the magic that you get from the FA Cup is different to those things.
Now, talking of the Premier League, it's really exciting, Premier League this year.
Yeah, it is.
2 teams really vying to win it, Manchester City and Liverpool. In your opinion, who do you think's going to win it this season? Because it's so hard to tell.
I'm going with Liverpool, simply because I tipped Liverpool at the start of the season, because I think that Liverpool were going to give City a run for their money, and we're seeing that they are. Why I would say with Liverpool that they might see it off is because their defence is good enough. But what we saw is that the defence can be breached. And I don't believe that City are going to lose too many more games. I can't see them losing any more, because when they did lose to Palace and Leicester and like Chelsea before that, you looked at it and you think to yourself, my gosh, are City, like, are they crumbling? They never really played that badly in those games. The game against Chelsea, that's 45 minutes to some of the best football I've seen from any team. I'm going to go with Liverpool because they're the ones I tipped. It's better to see a team chasing a team rather than chasing a record. And whatever anyone says, I know Liverpool fans get a lot of stick, but with Liverpool in the fight, it makes it even more exciting, I think.
Yeah, no, Liverpool, they're looking great this season. And finally, Arsenal this season, can they make the top 4 for you?
If I'm going to be totally honest, there's going to be a lot's going to have to go wrong. We're looking at Chelsea. It doesn't seem like they're. You saw Chelsea the other day. They get to the box and then something happens. I don't know. It's not, you know. You look at Tottenham. You know, Harry Kane's got injured. Dele Alli's got injured. Something that we always thought might happen with Tottenham if they get injuries to top players. And you'd need that to happen on a consistent basis, then Arsenal to play like they played against Chelsea at home on a more frequent basis. And then they've got half a chance. But if you ask me right now, I wouldn't say they could, no.
Okay, well, listen, Ian, thank you very much for blessing the show
No, that's a pleasure.
with your presence.
Cheers.
He's a national treasure, Ian Wright!